everybody, Courtney here, and this is going to be a standing class using a chair and seated. It's going to be a short class. It's mainly to help people with back pain and stiffness, and it should be accessible to people who cannot get up and down off the floor, or sometimes, quite frankly, I just don't want to get all my stuff out and get on the floor, but I need something to deal with my stress or my tight shoulders. So just follow along with me. Let's get started. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel and please give it a thumbs up. So holding on to your chair, all you need is a chair, and if you need to get one, pause this, go get your chair, and I am on a mat, but you certainly don't need to be. Okay, so stand tall and take a few rounds of breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. As you breathe in down deep into the base of the lungs. As you breathe out, completely let it go. Feel the base of your feet down into the ground. If you're barefooted or in your socks, spread your toes. Even if you have shoes on, that's fine for this class. Breathe. As you bear down through your feet, lift up through the crown of your head. Please be careful to not lock your knees out. Keep a soft bend in the knees. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders. All right, we're going to go ahead and go through what we call a series of poses that is to help. I'll tell you what everything's for, but I mainly do a lot of this for fall prevention, but there's some different things we're going to do too. So take your right foot back. You notice my right heel is up, my left foot is flat, my shoulders are down, my gaze is looking forward. I am in my right descending colon, and I teach this in Ornish in heart disease, cardiac care, because the colon stores cholesterol. So you're going to gaze forward. I'm going to talk to the camera a little bit here, and we're going to breathe. And every day you want to do this about 30 seconds. While you're cooking in the kitchen, just grab a hold of your kitchen counter and do this. Do it throughout your day. It's really good for sciatica and for sacroiliac pain, right or left hip. Breathe. Especially good for people who hunch over all day on a computer, driving, whatever it is. Breathe. And I'm not going to time this perfectly, about 30 seconds. And we're going to take it back down, wiggle your knees, take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to go to the left side, descending colon. Hips are forward, left heel is up, toe pads are on the floor. Gaze is forward, breathing. Now we're in your descending colon. And this is not normally how I start my public classes, but in cardiac rehab I often do because I don't want to have to get people up and down. So I'll do this first. That way when I get them on their bottom, we're not having to switch around a lot. Breathe. And we're going to take the foot down. Now we're going to do some fall prevention. Whether you're 20 or 80, this is good to do because it keeps you strong and it keeps you from falling as it strengthens the quadriceps and the bottom, the glutes. It helps support the structure of the knee, so it's not bad for the knee. Sometimes people are afraid to do this when they think it's bad for their knees. Big breath in, exhale, and squat. It's like a high chair position, high chair. Good. Gaze forward. Now, I have severe scoliosis, so sometimes my alignment may look a little off to you. The shoulders are down, the gaze is forward. I'm not trying to hunch forward. Breathe. I can tighten my glutes, I can tighten my quadricep muscles, my thighs and my bottom, and I can even pull my pelvic floor in as long as I'm breathing. Now to come out of this, I want you to push up. Good. Now that's something you can do repetitively throughout your day to keep yourself strong. We're going to go ahead and work on balance. This strengthens your supporting muscles, the small muscles, the stabilizer muscles, and it helps with your inner sense of hearing and with your balance in your brain, or the vestibular in your ear. So shift to your left foot, take your right foot forward. I want you to hold on to the chair. Your gaze is forward, and I want you to hover your foot off the floor. Please look at something that's not moving and avoid rounding forward. Keep a soft bend in the standing knee. Breathe. Keep it easy. For those of you that are more advanced, if you want to let go of your chair, you may. It's not necessary. Please don't do that if you're a fall risk. And take that foot down. Shift that weight over to the other leg. Take your opposite foot forward. Gaze forward at a spot that's not moving. I have these wood walls, so there's lots of little knots I can look at. And breathe. This stills the body and the mind. You may shake a little bit, that's fine. And take it down. Bend those knees. Now we are going to do a lunge. So we're going to take the right foot back. I was teaching from my book earlier. The left foot forward, and we're going to bend that front knee, and we're going to stretch that front quadricep muscle. Breathe. Gaze is forward. Stretching the front thigh and the right leg. Breathe. My heel is not touching the floor. If your heel touches the floor easily, you probably have too wide of a stance. Or too short of a stance, I'm sorry. Not too wide, too short. Okay, come on forward. Step, opposite leg. Bend the front knee. This is a little different because the front knee is bent than that first one we did. Breathe in. This little series I'm teaching for you today is really good for back pain. Sciatica. Breathe. Good. All right. Now we're going to do a little, what we call a down dog on the chair, but this is a high one. Put your arms across the chair, forehead down. Bend the knees. Stick your booty out until you feel a little stretch in the back of the legs. Good. Walk it back up. And before we go to the other side or sit down, take your left foot out to the side. Take your foot and circle it 4 times backwards. And then 4 times forward. What this does is this helps to strengthen the supporting structure around the hip. Right now, do a figure 8. I'm doing 4. And then the opposite. My chair is a little noisy and my rat terrier is being good. Let's see if that holds out. The opposite leg goes out. I know that it might be hard for you to see me, but make 4 circles backwards. And 4 circles forward. And then make your figure 8s. Your bottom's going to feel it. You're going to feel it. Opposite direction. Yoga practice is often simple but not easy. Take your feet down and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. Now, we're going to take our chair and sit in it. I have to move my chair so you can see me, but you don't have to move your chair. All right. And I said for this class that you didn't need anything. But if you're short like me and your feet don't really touch the floor very easy, it is okay to grab a pillow off your couch. Again, pause it if you need it. And put your feet on it or off your bed, whatever you need. I want you to sit up tall in the chair. Good. Your arms facing forward in mountain posture. I don't know if you can see all the Band-Aids on my hands, but being home, I've been cleaning to the point that I've blistered my hands. Breathe. Lift up tall through the crown of the head. Feet are flat and in the number 11, meaning they look like this, but they're flat. Breathe. In through the crown of the head. Exhale, shoulders back. Place your hands on your lap. Good. And we're going to go through every joint in your body. I've already worked your knees and your hips, so we won't focus so much on that, but I'm working through every joint to increase the mobility of that joint and to help flush your lymph and increase circulation, and it helps to strengthen your nervous system. All right, So we're going to take a nice big breath in. As we exhale, we're going to drop the chin to the chest and let the head hang. Take the chin from side to side. If something hurts, simply stop and rest and breathe. Back to center. Exhale. If the breathing instructions don't make sense to you, then simply just breathe and take it easy. Turn your face in one direction. Breathe. Inhale to the opposite direction. Inhale back. Exhale. Take your right ear to your right shoulder and take your right hand above your head if you like. Just place it there without pulling. You don't have to take the hand up at all if you don't want to. You can take the opposite hand down and let it hang if you like. So if you're leaning your head to the right, your left hand is down. Good. Inhale, let it go. Everything comes back. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, go over to the left. The left hand can come up on the head. The right hand can hang if you choose. There's more than one way to do most things. You should be feeling a nice stretch from your ear to your neck to your shoulder. This is going to help with tension in the neck, and it'll help stretch the carotid arteries so that you have more flexibility and less stenosis, which means less hardening, which means less blood clots. All right, come on up. Take that head side to side, just kind of easy. Really slow, just kind of easy. Back to center, up and down. Real slow. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. All right. Now, if you're watching this and you're in my cardiac or cancer rehab, I'm doing some things a little different. If you want to do the version we do there, that's just fine. Take your hands to your knees, pull your shoulders forward, breathe in. I am going to round through my upper back, breathe into your upper back. And as you exhale, let it all go back. And you'll notice my breathing is a little loud there. Feel free to sigh with relief, really let it out. That helps to oxygenate your blood, which at this time when there's a lot of illness going around is really good for your body. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, breathe in. Exhale, let it out. Elbows back like little chicken wings. Squeeze your shoulders together. Breathe in. Exhale, let it out. All right. Especially if you're watching and you've had breast cancer, this is going to help with the tightness around the chest. Take your right arm across. Grab your right forearm with your left hand and gently pull, breathing. In and out, let it go. Do the opposite side. Nothing fancy, just taking the arm across the body, holding the forearm. Take it back, take your arms up overhead. If you need to stop halfway, do that. Breathe in, stretch for the sky, and as you exhale, take up lots of space and bring your hands back to your heart center. Good, let's do that again. Inhale your arms up. If you need to stop at any certain point, please do not go to pain. As you exhale, back to the heart center. Good. All right, so we have worked the elbows, we've worked the neck and the shoulders. We're going to take the elbows, palms face up, and just touch your shoulders a few times to work the elbows a little more. So this helps to flush the lymph. So I'm filming this on April the 3rd, 2020. There is the coronavirus going around, and so I'm trying to help you with keeping your lymph from being congested, which helps support your white blood cells and your immune system. Turn your palms forward. When we do exercises like this, begin to circle your hands. What it does is it helps to put pressure on the joints, and there have been studies that show that when you do compression on the joints, opposite direction, it helps with the serotonin uptake in the body, which I call the happy hormone, which helps reduce depression and anxiety and reduces stress hormones. Take your hands out, open and close. I realize my hands match the wood, so I'm trying to make them where you can see them. Alrighty, hands to your thighs. Okay, so we've gotten the hands, the elbows, the shoulders, the neck. Now we're to the spine. We have done some stretching in the spine, but let's do a little cat and cow. So hands on the thighs. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin and your nose. Breathe in. As you exhale, pull your hands to your knees, pull your shoulders forward, tuck your chin. Be mindful we're only rounding the upper back, not the lower back. Inhale, lift the nose, the chin, and the chest. Exhale, nose, chin, chest, go back, down, round through the shoulder blades, and come on back up. Good. That will help massage around your heart, your thymus gland, and your adrenal glands. Take your right hand to the corner of the chair by your right bum. Your left hand across your body. Sit tall. Big breath in. As you exhale, I want you to gently turn to the wall. And so this isn't really any different than sitting on the floor and doing these postures. It's a little easier on your hips, and if you have low back pain, sitting on the floor with your knees out can exacerbate it. Breathe. This gets into that transverse colon and helps with reducing that cholesterol in your colon. Come on back. Take your arms up. Big, big breath in. Now exhale and take your left hand to the side by your left bottom, your right hand across your body, and turn in the opposite direction. As long as you've gone to the opposite side, we're good. Breathe. Breathing in and out. I usually say about 30 seconds. This gets the main lymph in the body and the aortic duct or aortic valve from the heart right through here. Okay, come on back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lean to the right. You can grab the top wrist if you want and just gently pull, not too hard. Breathe. Inhale up. Exhale, go to the opposite side. Gently pull. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. Let's cat-cow one more time. Inhale, lift the heart and the nose. Exhale, round. Pull the shoulders back, tuck, and sit tall. If you're mildly sick, this little class might be good for you to get your immune system working. Not if you've got fever or anything like that, but if you just feel well enough to move, this is a good class for that. Okay, we're going to take the right leg and just lift it up and hold it. If this is hard for you, just skip it and sit there and breathe. Wiggle your toes. Breathe. This gets into compressing the hip joint, and it works the knee, which is the hinge joint. And come back. Take the opposite leg up. Just make sure you're sitting tall and not rounding through your lumbar spine, your middle back. Breathe. I'm kind of lifting my chest here and down. Okay, scooch back in your chair. Take your feet out and begin to flex and point your feet. Sometimes I hold on to my chair if I feel a little wobbly. Hopefully you can't see my toenails. I've been quarantined for a couple of weeks and I need to do them, and today is not the day. All right, let's circle those ankles. Breathe. Opposite direction. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Let's try to keep that brain working hard. Toes touch, boop, 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 big toes. Heels, feet out like a dolphin's tail, kinda. And then flex and point, feet flat. Alrighty. Okay, we have done the whole body at this point except for a forward fold. So we're going to do a forward fold. So scooch on back. For this forward fold, this is specific to cardiac care, but it's great for everyone. It's an easy one. You put the arms over the legs and you're going to keep your back flat. So make sure you're not, I'm going to turn to the side, but you don't have to. So I don't want you this, I want you here, okay? And you're just going to let your head hang. So I'm going to come back, feet flat, knees hips distance apart, arms across the thighs. You're leading with your navel and your heart, and your head is going to hang down. What this does is this stretches from the ear down the neck, the vagus nerve, down through the spine to all the organs, and it helps to engage your parasympathetic nervous system, creating the relaxation response. And that reduces adrenaline and cortisol Breathe. Let your head really hang. The top of your head, the back of your neck. Really let it go. This one's held a little longer because it has a very relaxing effect on the body. The longer you hold it, the more the benefit. Usually I'll do about 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to just gently, the chin and head is next. Come up, sit back, close your eyes, sit back. If your chair is against the wall, you can let your head back there and take a moment to breathe. All right. Now, hopefully you can still see me. I'm going to have to click this really quick. Okay, good. Hopefully we're still filming. Good. Let's come into a gentle meditation. So before we continue, simply take your hands to your heart. Let's reach our arms up high. Big breath in. Exhale, hands back to your heart. Place your hands in your lap. Sit tall. Relax your shoulders. Fill your body with your breath.
Just a sec.
Okay, sorry you guys. I'm not sure. I guess when I touched the MacBooks, this Siri thought I was talking. All right, breathe. Fill your body with your breath. Feel your feet touching the ground. Your knees over your ankles. Your hips in their sockets. Let your legs relax. Feel the length in your spine as you lift gently through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders from your ears. Relax the muscles in the face, the skin of the scalp. Feel your belly rising and falling. Take a moment here to check in. How are you doing today? This is not a time to fix anything. This is a time for awareness and acceptance. What's going on? We all know there's a lot of pain in the world right now. So check in with yourself and just be honest and name how you're feeling, but don't try to remedy it. And then focus on your heart and your solar plexus as you feel your body breathing. Breathe in fully, the whole of the torso. But as you exhale, let your mind sink down behind your heart, behind your solar plexus, and ask yourself, what is it that I need? What can I do today to improve the quality of my life in this day? Even if it's a small, tiny bit. Maybe it's turning off the news or calling a friend. Maybe it's working on a project. Maybe it's eating a healthy meal. But how can you improve your life today? How can you find a little bit more joy? And just have an inner dialogue. We are far more likely to follow through with what we want to do to help ourselves if we visualize it and say it in our mind. So whatever it is you said you would do, Whether it was taking a walk or cooking a healthy meal, take a moment to visualize that happening. Now I'll go to your heart space in your head, like a rainbow from the heart to the brain and the brain to the heart, skipping over the throat. I want you to take a moment and think of at least 3 things that you're grateful for in this day. Don't overthink it. Just because you have 3 doesn't mean you don't appreciate more. Even if it's clean air and a place to put your head at night, even if it's the kindness of another person or a cup of hot tea, take a moment and name 3 things in your mind. You can say them out loud if you're alone and you're comfortable with it, and also try to visualize what it is you're thankful for. Let's do that now. Take a breath in through your nose. Feel the cool air behind your eyes as it comes through your nose. Relax your face behind your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. Soften. Feel the rise and fall of the belly and the chest as you breathe. Soften the arms, the legs, the hands, and the feet. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, and as you do this, go ahead and drop your head. Move your wrist. You can lift your heels up and down. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale your arms above your head if that's comfortable. Stretch as you lift your face up towards the sky. Big breath in, and as you exhale, take up lots of space and bring your hands back to your heart. The love and light in me honors and sees the love and light in you. Namaste. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And thank you for being here.